Hello! Hello everyone! Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I hope you enjoyed the special April Fool's Day stream, those of you who were there last week. Those of you who weren't able to make it, the entire stream is up on Picardo. It should be up there at least until the end of the month. I'm still looking for a viable place to upload the video file so that you can download it. Anyway, sorry if I look a bit scruffy tonight. It's been a really busy week for me. I've been doing a lot of different projects and pet sitting and stuff like that. And doing a lot of online stuff too. Anyway, so wow, how about that? Last time on the stream, not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before that, we found out that Sayori is clinically depressed, and Yuri likes knives a little too much. Now oh boy, that's quite a thing for me. I'm guessing now, based on where I think this is going, that all the girls have some kind of mental illness or neurological difficulty, and that's really heavy for me, particularly because I actually have clinical depression, and I'm not sure how many people are aware of this, but well, in Japanese society, how do I put this? Mental health services in Japan aren't great, traditionally. It has to do with the Japanese general mindset of, not being a burden to your family, for one thing, and this mindset that, you can overcome any problem if you try hard enough, and you see that message a lot in Japanese media, and so when a character does have depression or does have mental illness, it's not usually played in a really respectful manner. There are examples like Evangelion, for example. And then there's stuff like Chunibyo, which I could not finish, and which honestly made me sick to my stomach because, it was presenting this girl with obvious mental problems as, this cute, adorable moe type, and her delusions as pretty much harmless. I don't know how many of you remember the show or have seen it, but the girl, Rika, I think her name was, basically slipped into Chunibyo due to the death of her father, and she couldn't deal with it, so she created this fantasy reality. And for most of the show, this is what turned me off about it, for most of the show, that's, hi there, that's treated as, oh, look at this quirky, cute moe thing, and that just did not sit with me. I kept thinking, this girl obviously needs help. This shouldn't be played for laughs. But again, it's a different culture. Now, if I understand correctly, Doki Doki Literature Club is not a Japanese game. It was made by to look like one by an indie American developer, I believe, Team Salvo. So, well, I don't know where we're going from here, but I'm in it for the long haul, so let's get the show on the road here. Oh shoot, why is my Discord overlay showing up? I thought I turned that off. One moment, please. By the way, if you do want to join the Discord, it's the Blazing Harble server. I think invites are open. And, well, anyway, here we go. Let's see. We're back with Yuri, I suppose. Hello, Nick Jers. How are you doing? Alright, well, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. Ah, I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, Elmer Fudd. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? Good question! I've been asking that since the last time I streamed. But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Oh dear. Eh? Ah. Oh boy. Hi, Elmer Fudd. Sayori. Just now, we weren't... Ehehe. It's okay, Elmer Fudd. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. The fact that the music has gone dead silent is very worrying to me. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course! Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Ahaha, well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. Oh boy. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. Oh boy. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Elmer Fudd? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Elmer Fudd. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. Ouch. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Oh, this is very not good. Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. This cannot continue. This cannot continue. Oh boy. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. Something that makes me happy. something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Elmer Fudd. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Elmer Fudd, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. Hello, YOLO, YOLO. I have a feeling there aren't going to be very many jokes in this stream. Sorry. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. You remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Well, it's been a really busy week, and I'm honestly not sure how I feel about where this game is going, but otherwise I'm okay, I suppose. Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Ugh. Well, I have a feeling there's no happy ending to this route, but, well, I'm gonna have to be honest with her. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help things get back to the way they were. Oh. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Ah ha ha. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? Why do I have the feeling that I'm gonna know the answer to that question? I don't know who else is watching at the moment. Grimrose will probably be along at some point, but, oh boy. I should write a poem about this. Yes, please, please get it out in a poem. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just want it to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. Excuse me a moment. You really do know me better than anyone, Elmer Fudd. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden she turns around and drops to her knees. Oh boy. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked and I don't know how to react. You and me both, buddy. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, excuse me. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. That's a familiar feeling for anyone dealing with mental illness. Yeah. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Yes, I watch a lot of anime. I was talking at the beginning of the stream about how mental illness is usually handled in Japanese media, and TLDR, it's not handled well. There's a social stigma against seeking therapy in Japan, and that bleeds over into anime, manga, light novels, what have you. And I have a suspicion that even though I suspect this game was made by American developers, that, professional therapy isn't going to be a part of this story. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. Oh, fuck. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will be great too. Hi, Grimrose. I said this at the beginning of the stream, but I don't know if you were here to hear it. I've been thinking a lot about this game since the last stream, and I'll say it again on what I said at the start, that I'm not entirely sure how to feel about this, because for one thing, I have clinical depression, and for another thing, the traditional portrayal of mental illness and emotional disorders in Japanese media is not great, because there's a social stigma against seeking professional help. Mental health services in Japan are severely lacking. So, um, I, frankly, I don't think this is going anywhere good. I'm guessing that each of the four girls has some kind of neurological, well, is neuroatypical. Let's put it that way, in a different way, and oh boy. Well, I'm just gonna try to see this route through and get through it as best I can, but I'm afraid there probably won't be that many jokes in this stream, to be perfectly honest. Elmer Fudd, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. Thank you, Grimrose. I appreciate that. I have a bad feeling about this. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and submitted it. Uh-oh. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Oh, shit. Ah. You should take a little responsibility for her, Elmer Fudd. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Geez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica is being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Oh boy. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poem. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh, jeez. Oh, shit. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished, it just stops moving. Oh boy. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Elmer Fudd? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. Thank you. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knocked on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh God. Okay, so we're doing this now. Well, here's where I think this is gonna go. This is doing what I assume is the Undertale thing, where you start the game over and somehow the characters are aware of the fourth wall and aware that you're trying again, and it's going to get worse and worse every time, I'm assuming. So... well... one second. I'm gonna give them props for the visual glitches here. That's a very nice effect. Okay, if there's a screamer built into this thing, I'm gonna be really upset. I mean, I'm not the type that would get, upset over that sort of thing, but Uh, a screamer in this sort of scenario in this sort of game just feels cheap to me, or would feel cheap. Ha 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 ha, I see what you did there. Okay, well, okay. Um, well, obviously no happy endings here, so yes, you do. You really, really do. It's not your fault. Don't feel bad about this. This is I guess this is sort of a personal hang-up of mine about mental illness in media, and uh, well, I'm still not sure I feel how I feel about where this game is going. I have to admit that in terms of craftsmanship, it's amazing. It's uh, it's extremely well written. The characters' personalities really come through, and when everything goes to hell, uh, the glitching effects are really well implemented. It's it's sort of it's not you, it's me syndrome. Uh, and I note that the music is changing pitch. What? If that's supposed to be a reference to something, I'm not seeing it. That's that's not what she was reading last time, was it? Uh, yeah. Uh, okay. Wait. Uh, I only caught a little bit of that, but yikes. Uh, well, yeah, I'm having trouble figuring out what to say here. Okay. Hi, Rosa Milano. How are you doing? Hole in wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper, the sound of frantic scrolling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right here. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. That is true. I was earlier, but then things took a really, really, really depressing turn. Uh, Thank you, I guess? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Okay, well, it's 8 o'clock. That's gonna about do it for this stream. Well, I guess I'm in it now, so, tune in next week at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be continuing along with Route 2, I suppose. Once again, Grimrose, I know you're not here right now, but please don't feel bad about recommending this game to me. It really is an impressive work. It's just, well, the function of art, I think, is to get a reaction out of the person who's reading or watching or experiencing it. And boy, howdy, does this get a reaction? I'll give it that much. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry there weren't more jokes and commentary in this stream, but this is subject matter that hits really close to home for me, and it just doesn't really feel appropriate to make jokes about it. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for coming to the stream. Remember, the April Fool's Day stream is up on picardo.tv/bhsdesk. It should be coming to some kind of downloadable platform as soon as I can find a platform that has enough storage limits to host it. I will be working on a new Silent Inventory episode, a full episode later this week. So look forward to that. That should be up sometime this month if all goes well, fingers crossed. That's it for me for tonight. Thank you.